How do I stay grounded and recharged? Great question. Very relevant question for these times. So, as we're growing spiritually, our energy is expanding up and out. We're moving into higher vibrations energetically, higher truth, higher wisdom, moving up energetically. So at the same time that we are moving up, we also need to be anchoring down into the earth. Okay? So I like to think of grounding like trees. If you have a tree that is growing really tall and it doesn't have very many roots, or the roots are real shallow, a big wind will come along and just knock that tree over. Whereas if you have a tree that has grown roots deep down into the earth, that tree can grow really tall and wide and big, and a wind can come and it will not budge that tree. So the way to ground your energies, to connect down into the planet, there's numerous ways. You can walk barefoot on the ground, connect to the earth, hug a tree, do down dog, forward fold, any kind of bending where you're connecting your hands to the earth as well as your feet. You can imagine sending tree roots. Imagine that you are a tree and breathe your energy down, and imagine sending your roots energetically down, sending your own being energy down into the planet, growing roots. You could picture a grounding rod. Maybe you have a pole going right down your chakras, out your perineum, and send it all the way down, and you can push it down into the earth as far as you can visualize it going. So these are just some different ideas. Dancing can help ground, sometimes drumming can help ground, walking, being out in nature, and just visualizing your energy as down. Now, sometimes when people have a big spiritual high, maybe they've done a spiritual workshop or have had a really deep healing process or a revelation, and their energy is very high, sometimes they will resist the urge to ground because they feel like it brings them down. What happens if you don't ground is that you'll come down with a crash, and you won't be able to maintain whatever level you attained in that spiritual epiphany. So it's much better to have your epiphany, enjoy the high for a moment, and then bring it down, energetically bring it and ground it down into your body through intentionality, visualization, and some sort of action that brings the energy down. You won't maintain as high of a high, but what will happen is you'll grow your energy container. You'll expand to hold more, and you'll retain as much as you are able to. And then you'll be here and you'll be able to go higher next time and ground it, higher next time, ground it, higher next time and ground it. Okay? So grounding is really important on the path to spiritual self-realization. As far as really being replenished, that is a matter of filling yourself first and then giving from the overflow. So it goes hand in hand with being grounded. We want to maintain the integrity of our own energy system. And what that means is we don't give something that we don't have. We fill and stay filled. And sometimes that means saying no to people. Sometimes it means not listening if someone is complaining. Sometimes it means respecting your energies if you're tired. But really, whatever you can do to have a boundary around your energies. And that way you are recharging all the time. You're filling yourself first. Your needs are met. Are you fed? Are you hydrated? Are you well rested? Are you spiritually connecting to your own source of consciousness? If any of these things are a no, then if you're overgiving, you're going to run into depletion. If you want to stay recharged, you're always going to be hydrated. You're going to be fed as soon as you're hungry. You're going to rest when you need to rest and get as much sleep as you need. And you're going to be doing spiritual practices such as meditation or healing, journaling, chanting, whatever your spiritual practices are. You're going to be doing those things to connect you with Source, to stay centered, to stay filled. And then you give from the overflow. So stay grounded. Whenever you get high, take a moment to bring it down and connect back to the planet, grow those roots, and then make a practice of staying filled, getting your own needs met first, and then giving from the overflow. Many blessings of joy and vibrant freedom.